Back to the channel today, a very important video. This week is going to decide whether we're going to go to new all-time high with Bitcoin, with altcoins, and so much more, or there is one factory coming, which is basically going to push us back. We're going to have a crash, and I'm going to show you what you need to pay attention, where am I going to buy, where I'm going to sell, and so much more. I'm going to be discussing Ethereum, Solana, BTC, altcoins. So very important video. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, hit the like button. We post a video every single day. And this video is brought to you by our partners. Number one, BLOFIN, the best non-KYC exchange. We're running so many promotions, so many bonuses, guys. Come and join us. There is a link in the description. Or otherwise, guys, Bitunix, an amazing also non-KYC. We're running now a promotion to get $400 in futures bonus to do whatever you want. So link in the description as well for that. You will not regret. Right now, guys, BTC, yesterday we had a pump up to roughly 112,900, and then again we got rejected. So I want to show you right now what I'm looking for, what it could be the outlook from like a macro point of view, just for you to understand how to navigate this crazy crypto market. But also I want to show you what we did yesterday, guys. When we had that rejection, I can see basically on Twitter, everybody was posting, oh, we're going to go now to the moon. Dogecoin, yes, now is waking up, this and that. And guys, look what happened over here. You can see it went up to 0.24 and then he had a bump down to here. And I want to show you in our Discord group what we did, guys. Opening, I'm going to go here just to show you the proof. This is not Photoshop, I can tell you, I can swear to God. Here we go. So 8th of September, opening a small short on Doge, leverage 10x entry, 0.239, 0.243, guys. 1/3 of my capital from here, and then I closed as well. You can see on trading results, 30% into, but I made around 20% of this short, and also I was shorting Pengu. As for one of my pro trader Shellcat analysis, you can see everything written over here, guys. And also I was shorting as well, Solana as well. Solana I was shorting. So again, as per the analysis of Jeremy, one of my other pro members, guys, look at it. It's crazy, totally crazy. And I don't know what to tell you anymore, guys. Look at this. Look at the results. Green, 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 green. Incredible. The VIP group, guys, is the way to go. Daily updates every day. Crypto trading ideas. Protect the calls. We are now launching a course as well on order flow, which you're not going to find anywhere to really get these crazy entries, to make money in a very, like basically I'm going to help you to read all of this. People are going to say, oh, but you can find this online. Bullshit. This is difficult to understand. So if you haven't spent time as a high frequency trader on a trading floor, it's difficult to understand all of this. So try, guys, come on the VIP. I'm telling you, is going to be great for the rest of the year to really understand what you can do and also to become a profitable, consistent trader. But now let's go and talk about BTC, where we are right now. I'm going to give you a macro outlook. Guys, we're going to have CPI on Thursday. CPI, that is something you're going to take into consideration. The expectation is going to be that CPI is actually accelerating. So they're expecting 2.9 instead of 2.7. If that happens, that's not good. That's not good, and the market could be having probably a bad reaction. Why? Because basically the Fed will not cut interest rates. The Fed is very stubborn. Something also you got to take into consideration, looking at trueflation. You can see that in July, we had a little bit of a reacceleration from here. You can see that in general, trueflation leads CPI by 6 weeks. So if this is true, you can see in July we had a reacceleration of inflation, then it could be translated into this next CPI in September. And if that happens, the market, of course, is not going to like it. So I'm going to show you what it could be personally, what I'm looking for right now. So you can see that BTC right now is forming a very weird, I would say, inverted head and shoulder. Some people are talking about an inverted head and shoulder. To me, it doesn't really look like an inverted head and shoulder. But at the same time, I want to show you what I mean by that. Basically, I'm going to go on the 4 hours and show you a little bit better. So whenever you have any inverted head and shoulder, you have a shoulder from here, you have a head, and then you have a shoulder. This one, in my opinion, I might be totally wrong, don't make it wrong, but doesn't look like a true inverted head and shoulder. What I think is going to be very important we got to take into consideration is going to be to be able to go and break the neckline from here. So once it's going to be able to break the neckline and it goes above here and then it has a successful retest, then we can consider this one an inverted head and shoulder, and the target for this probably could be around 116 to $117,000. And guess what is at that point? We have a CME gap. So what I'm probably going to say, I'm going to call it from here, is that if we are going to see a positive CPI, CPI is going to come lower than expectation, then I could be seeing Bitcoin pumping to probably 115, 117. However, there is something that doesn't convince me. And the thing is, even right now, with all this positive news and everything, the job market came very, weak and all of that. Gold is pumping like crazy. Okay, so the money now is into gold. BTC is doing shit. Okay, this is not strong. Okay, I'm telling you, the to see strength, you want to see this. You want to see power, strength, acceleration, volume. There is none here. That's the problem. So that's why I'm thinking that even if we're going to see, let's say, a pump, even if, and we go up to here, to me, as I said so many times, this one probably could be an ABC correction. So we have done A, okay, then we go B, and then we're going to have C. Okay, I'm not expecting crazy numbers to go down, Bitcoin to go down to, I don't know, 80K, 70K. I'm not expecting that. But at the same time, this one probably could be a fake out. So we could be doing like, something like this. Up this way, trap late longers, drop everything to make everybody scared, and then final pump. That could be, my opinion, the expectation. Because here, I can tell you, people are not going to buy. They're not going to buy because they're going to be scared. But then now the idiots, they're doing, the idiots, the retails, they are doing, they're buying here, they're just buying in this area. I can tell you from like a trader point of view right now, to go now and buy at this level, you must be totally crazy. You must be insane because you don't have any statistical advantage here. Yeah, you could probably trade, maybe you could trade and say, oh, if you're going to have a breakout from here, yeah, great. But you got so many selling orders here, you got so many buying orders here. So what the fuck are you doing? Like, really, this is it's a class on trading, on scalping, and also like order flow. Guys, doesn't work like that. Okay, so if you're actually trying to buy here, you're basically gambling, pretty much. So be careful what you're doing. If you're doing spot, buying spot, another story. But if you're trying to trade to go long and short here with leverage, be fucking careful, guys. Anyway, Bitcoin, that's what I'm expecting. I'm expecting basically from here, best CPI will go down to basically this area in between probably 100 to 103,000, and then nice reaction. Otherwise, if we're going to see a good CPI, first pump, dump again, and then probably continuation. Now, Ethereum, let's have a look at Ethereum. Probably more short term today, so you can have also a good understanding. Now, Ethereum, it's basically in a make it or break it zone. You can see that right now, we basically broke, we had a breakout. We are now fluctuating a little bit. And that's what's happening right now with Ethereum. Does it look bullish? To me, it doesn't look bullish. Okay. So again, similar to BTC, I don't see strength. Okay. I'm probably going to call this video today. I'm going to make the thumbnail saying, there is weakness in the market. But anyway, guys, Ethereum is the same. I want to just show you very quickly, if I can find my monkey terminal. No, I don't have it here. I want to show you something very interesting. Monkey terminal, here we go, MMT, so you can basically understand why you shouldn't be and go. So basically, this is called the monkey monkey terminal, but you can also use things like exochart, whatever. Whenever you have all of these, guys, this is called depth of markets. Whenever you have so many orders are basically sitting, you can see there is like 2,031 orders and 111,000 for Bitcoin. Why the hell are you going here? Why are you going into and buy or shorting and longing here? What's the point? Okay, so right now, if you actually have a look at things like for example, order blocks or all the liquidity right now is sitting at this point and at this point. Okay, so longer term, I will say, medium term, you're doing spot, great. Ethereum right now, the expectation will be similar to BTC. or we break down from this triangle now, and then we're going to continue and probably retest this area around 3,800 to 4,000, and then we can see a nice pump, or fake out first, grab the liquidity, dump in there, and then to continue. Okay, is it going to go from here up from here? Well, great, but that's probably a little bit of a gamble, I would say. So to me, the most I would say likelihood scenario is going to be, at the moment, looking at the situation, looking at the weakness, and many other things that I'm not going to discuss here, but we discuss also like in my new course on order flow. It's here, guys. We need, if you're going to be able to break it, it's probably going to be like something like that, drop it, and then up again. So to see Ethereum right now to go, let's say, to from 4,300 to 6,000 up this way, it can happen 100%, but way less likely than to see drop and then up again. So again, be very careful right now. That's what I'm telling you. Look for the extremes right now. Now, next one I want to show you guys, very important. It's Solana. Solana as well. Solana really is really pissing me off right now. $214 is basically on the verge of a breakout. To me, it almost looks like here again, like an inverted head and shoulder. I don't know how you want to call it, cup handle. Basically is like, against this diagonal resistance from here, and doesn't want to break. And to be honest, if we're going to see a dump, like we're going to see BTC going down or Ethereum going down as well, the two levels I'm considering, I told you even yesterday, Solana probably 180, 190, and then next level is going to be like a 155, 160. Okay, so I really believe that Solana could be having, if you're going to see a factory incoming, probably one more drop, and then finally the pump. But right now, again, if we're not going to be able to break this diagonal resistance soon, the trend is going to be affected. So let's be very careful from here. Okay. Now, I want to finish today a few more things talking about alt season, and I want to show you something which is quite interesting. That's people are telling me, oh, but alt season is not going to come because there is not enough liquidity, too many coins, and all of that. Guys, this is a coin from Binance, MYX. It pumped 13x in 2 days. Now, you tell me about there is no liquidity into the system, market makers cannot pump. Guys, this is going to happen, in my opinion, in so many altcoins. Many altcoins, not one, many. Okay, 13x in 2 days, and in a month it is 66x. So you tell me, how impossible the altcoins can pump. But anyway, now, a few other things I want to show you to take into consideration the situation right now. Let's go and let's have a look as well as crypto total market cap. This is a very important chart that you have to pay attention. So, total market cap. That's where we are right now, guys. We are basically flirting with resistance here, but at the same time, we are getting compressed. Okay, so if you're gonna be able to go and continue higher like that and close, let's say, above the $4 trillion mark, so we're gonna see finally some pump coming for BTC, for Ethereum, a continuation of the pump. So BTC going to 120, 125, and altcoins to follow. And we see we're gonna be able to go and break from this triangle from here. Then it's gonna be quite likely we're probably gonna continue and finish our cycle, which is probably gonna finish, you can see here, even around January, February 2026. Probably in between $5 trillion to $5.6 trillion. However, if we're not going to be able to go and break this area, and we're going to see a bad news, which I'm still thinking there's something wrong here. I don't know. There's something that is not convincing me, and could be totally wrong, is that if we're going to go and break down from here, you can see the crypto total market cap. If we break down from here, guys, the next level level of support is going to be down to here, 318. So if that happens, we're going to go down to this area. I mean, Bitcoin and altcoins, BTC is going to go down to probably $100,000. Altcoins are going to go down as well, maybe 15, 20%. But at that point, to me, is going to be the best intersection to say, okay, I'm going to go long, because from here, then I could really be seeing the crypto market to really recharge everything, and then boom, had this explosion to the upside. So take this point here as a level of consideration. Very similar as well. Total free market cap, all the market cap excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. Again, flirting with resistance. We are basically on the verge to say, let's confirm this parabolic move. Maybe if we're going to have a very low CPI with a certainty 100% the Fed is going to cut interest rates, we could be seeing this one to break out. But at the moment, guys, we're still basically down to here. So what is going to be happening? If you're going to be able to close above, let's say, $1.2 trillion, then I can see continuation and never look back. But if we see some fuckery coming for the CPI and everything, then I could be seeing probably one more drop and then the big movement to the upside. So medium term, guys, if I have to have a look medium term, and you ask me, Andrea, what do you think about the next 6 months, 7 months? Guys, nobody can deny this is bullish. Nobody can deny that. Okay, so it's really looking like it's getting compressed. I mean, look at this. The RSI is getting really at a point of where it's going to break and go crazy. This one looks like as well, I don't know, quite unlikely that it's going to go to this point and then suddenly, it's going to try to break this resistance and then drop again like that. Could be happening, but it's very unlikely. To me, the more likely scenario is going to be, compression and pump. Again, finish the cycle, everybody's happy. People are not going to sell because they're going to be expecting now to go to $6 trillion, but won't be me. And that's what I can say. Now, next one as well, guys, very important. Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance, it's also, we talk about this all the time in the other videos, but also you got to pay attention to this. So, like I said before, Bitcoin is getting tired. Bitcoin dominance started to go and reclaim a little bit, but at the same time, guys, it's super oversold. So the thing is, to see a movement of Bitcoin, to see an explosion of price, a nice pump with BTC, we also want to see the dominance to start to climb back again, because we want to see the money rotating again from BTC into from alts into BTC again. So we want to see the alts suffer a little bit. We want to see BTC to pump, and what I probably could be expecting, you can see here, we have so many order blocks from this point. Probably could be maybe a little bit down to here, try to go back up again and scare everybody up, and then boom, down again. Okay, but right now, guys, we're sitting at resistance support, so you have to be careful that it kind of dead cat bounce could be coming. Okay, and if that happens, Bitcoin could be going down and then up again, but altcoins could be suffering as well. Now, next one we also got to take into consideration is the following, guys. The DXY. DXY is the dollar currency index, measure the strength of the US dollar compared to other currencies, and also it's inversely correlated to stocks and crypto. Whenever this one goes down, crypto goes up. Whenever this one goes up, crypto goes down. So you can see that right now we have two very important levels of support. There's a nice level of support holding up quite well at the moment, so very happy with that. But at the same time, you can see a very oversold RSI, and basically there is nothing in between this level and this level. So the likelihood of DXY to go and basically continue to go down is probably going to happen if, I don't know, the Fed is probably going to cut, 200 basis points. That probably could be happening. But at this point, right, looking at the, I would say the weakness in crypto and looking as well at this is going to be more likely. I didn't say I got the absolute truth and I'm right and say it's more likely we're going to see DXY to go and basically make an attempt to do like a we call B wave correction. So something like this, maybe something like that, a rebound from here, and then to complete again with an ABC, like we basically discussed before. And it's basically going to take us to, I would say, 85, 86 with the DXY. So if you hold US dollar, not great. Okay. And then if it's going to go to this point, guys, I think I'm going to be out. I'm going to be out because it will be like a dangerous situation. But anyway, that's what I'm basically looking for right now, is that if DXY starts to go and climb back up again, which is possible, especially if CPI comes high compared to the expectation, this could be happening. Now, two more things to take into consideration, and then I'm gonna let you go so you have everything set up for today. Next video, I'm gonna do also some other altcoin analysis. Thank you guys in the comments for writing to me which one you want to see. So next one, guys, is the US 10-year Treasury yield. So again, this one, very important metric. What I'm actually observing right now is going to be this US 10Y to go and basically reach this area. Once it's going to reach this area, I think I'm going to be considering to basically sell all of my holdings. The reason being is because whenever this one goes down, stocks go up and crypto goes up. But whenever this one start to go up again, you got to be careful. And I'm expecting that if some factor is about to happen with the recession, with we don't know what, then we could be seeing this one to start to climb back up again. But if it comes as support, guys, probably it's going to be a time for me to say I'm going to be out. So be very careful to look at this US at 10Y when it starts to go and break to the upside. That's not good. But if it starts to go down this way as support, it means that it could be like a risk asset rotation from risk to defensive stocks and crypto. And also, always use it in combination with the US 10-year Treasury yield. Again, this guys is probably the most important chart I'm looking right now. Is a great leading indicator. You can see we are on a verge of a breakdown. So it's quite funny if I had to observe the situation right now. For example, others like the others altcoins, this one looks like it wants to break out. Okay, so it's on the verge of a breakout. The US 10Y is on a verge of a breakdown. So everybody's telling me that CPI, I think, is going to be the reason, the trigger, whether this is going to basically go give way, and altcoins and crypto, all of that is going to go and pump like crazy. I'm still believing, though, that my previous, I would say, main scenario is going to be, even with the good CPI, pump, dump, and then pump. But again, anything can happen. Okay, and the last thing I want to show you as well, which is of course very important to talk about every time, is the stock market, guys. Stock markets, S&P 500. Again, I don't know how people will think that this could be going up forever. So to me, it doesn't look good. Okay, they are really pumping this thing artificially, and eventually they're gonna go and drop it before they're gonna go pump it again. So be very careful when it's coming to this. And yeah, people are telling me, oh, but we're just pumping like crazy. It's not true and all that. Guys, why do you think I took Dogecoin and short with like such precision with short? Because the same thing happens. Look at this. The same thing happens whenever, also like with major indexes, with coins from like a long time frame. Market makers are master manipulators. Market makers or institution. They try to manipulate. They try to, but what we can do as technicians, right? We can observe the situation from the charts, which are telling us: is this one is weak? Is this one is strong? Does it show any divergence, any weakness? If you don't do that, you're gonna get destroyed. You're gonna only follow the news, and then you're gonna get wrecked. So give me a favor, guys. Educate yourself, because we're gonna have a bear market coming soon, and then we're gonna have another bull market. If you're not prepared, you're gonna end up losing lots of money. So the time to study it's now. It's not in 5 years' time. So make yourself accountable, because if you do well in this game, guys, I can promise you can make lots of money. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna see you tomorrow for another video. Take care and see you soon.